Finally, after about 8 shifts in the deadline given to Nigerians to link their national identification number, that's NIN, to their subscriber identification modules, that's SIM cards, the extension has ended on the 31st of March with no clear direction on what's to come. Now, the federal government has ordered telcos operators to bar outgoing calls on all SIMs not linked with NIN in the country. The Minister of Communications and Digital Economy, Mr. Ali Pantami, gave the directive in a statement in Abuja. Yes, some people were so docile in this country.
No. Anybody that the government gave enough time for people to.
That's why I started on that note.
If after 8 shifts, anybody that has not done that does not deserve to use his phone.
I spoke with somebody and
there's no question about that.
I don't have NIN number. And I said, if you
don't have NIN number, if you don't have NIN number and you have not done the needful, then you won't be able to use your phone until you do that. You see, because that is part of the security thing that we need. We don't have database. We don't have, government cannot do a lot of things because they don't even know the number of people they are working with.
Data
so
system.
if the government comes up with a policy and they give enough time for people to do that, they kept shifting the couple and all that. I believe that by now everybody should be able to have linked that. If you have not done that, then you should not be able to use your phone. It's a straightforward thing. So go back and do it. I don't think so.
The person should be disconnected.
Yes, I think the government has done.
That's what they said.
I think the government has done enough. Has given enough time. Yes, outgoing time.
They can receive calls.
They can receive calls. The outgoing calls. Yes,
which makes sense. It's also part of the extension that is not an extension. Because ultimately we have to stop, basically that you have time, the people can still call you, but you can't call out. I think the problem we have in this country is that we do have database, actually. Because I remember there was a time the former chairman of First Bank, the lady, was emphatic. The Nigerian banking system has enough database to run this country. And it's true. The problem is that everybody wants to create their own little
How many Nigerians out of the 200 million have bank accounts?
Believe me.
The people that bank outside.
Do you know the level of all these small banks that are tied to the data bank? All these 2-room banks that they do. A lot, because I know a man in my area, he sends money to Bauchi. He's an Okada rider. So all the money he makes, he sends to his family through all these things. And I said, no, the man is registered with the bank. And he has an NIN. So if you give him his money, the bank that's guaranteeing that money will pay him back his money if money gets lost.
We've not been able to maximize this thing to fight crime
at all.
Effectively.
Yeah, that's why
you're saying they listen to bandits, they hear them talk and everything, and you can't track them.
That's one of the reasons why government wants to do this. Because if you notice, if you check, what's the name of this our friend that's in detention now? Kyari. Why Abakari was a super cop that most people didn't know is that he had equipment from the FBI that he can use to track any call. You don't even need to use that phone. They will track it. Somebody who is a high-up person in a telco told me that is the secret. Most times, most crimes that he busted was because he can track those calls. You understand? So if there's a database and they can know who is making what call, it will help security-wise. Because most of these bandits and criminals also make calls.
And they make money transfers.
The money that they collect, they have to make calls.
Yes, to
make calls to demand ransom. So if there's a database that can be tracked, it will help government to be able to solve to be able to aid them in solving problems of crime. So that is why it is important. Because you see, one of the problems that we have in Nigeria is that we are very stubborn people. We don't take things seriously. When government tells you that go and do something, people will not do it unless they put something in place that will affect their interests. Then they will go and do it. So you have to sometimes, for the general good, you have to force people to do what is right.
And I think this will work because if you want to collect your international passport now, you will ask for NIN number. Yeah. If you want to collect your JAM form, NIN number. So it's like, it's, you know, we're getting there.
All over the world, these are things that people take for granted. It's only in Nigeria that we think it's a big deal. Have an education number opens so many doors. Because normally with your NIN, as you use it here, or social security numbers, they use it elsewhere. It's basically your card to tell who you are.
That's who you are.
That's who you are. That's your number for life.
A lot of people in this country, government do not even know where they are or who they are.
NIN is just your number to show your person.
How can government not know who you are? Government have to know who you are.
They have to plan for you.
The society must know who you are. So if you don't want to do that, then you don't use your phone.
Don't use our facilities.
Don't use the facilities. I agree with that.
So even public toilets must show NIN. It will get to that bad. They just force people to do it. Public toilet, I'll tell them, please. Anybody do NIN.
And don't tell me that people cannot do NIN.
It's just
that people is everywhere. I will give you an example. That when we wanted to file our tax returns, one of my security guards in the office didn't have NIN, and I was so upset. And I told the guy, and I said, look, you cannot stop our company. That means you won't work again. You can't work here. Because now they said we have to put everybody, and you cannot do that. So you can't work here. I'm sorry, you can't work. The guy went, the following day he did the NIN. Even because I told him that he will not work in that office again. The following day I said, but you said he said, oh, somebody took him to one place in the neighborhood. In my estate, the estate office, they do it there. The NIN is there.
All the major bus stops.
Yes, it's there.
All the security guys.
Yes, it's there.
They just capture it and get the number.
Normally, it's there. You walk in and do it. But people don't want to do it unless it affects their interests. Directly. So it is important for government to be very firm about it, because the government, in fairness, are giving enough time for people to do that.
They've bent over backward.
They've given enough time. They've given enough time.
How about those outside the country?
If you have your international passport, you're also going to do NIN in the embassies. I don't think it's a problem for them, really, because most of the time they will have something to show that they are Nigerians. Personally, normally in some countries, 3-year passport is enough. But if they are abroad and they have things to do here, they follow the rules, like we just said, 24 hours. You can do it at the airport. Just land at the airport, go to the nearest one.
You can do it.
I
confirm that. My security guard did it in 24 hours.
Just to capture now, it's to capture. The number is waiting in the office. They just put your face and something to eat, and then put it together. Something that will take under 12 hours to do.
With that, I think we can even we have a fair idea of
how many
population.
Yeah, because
population
we can't say we are 200 million. There is no evidence to show that we are 200 million. Which I don't agree that we are up to 200 million. We are not up to 200 million.
Some of us who travel in.
Everybody just keep using estimates to say, okay, based on this and that, we are 200 million. But this NIN thing will be able to tell us how many people we have in the country.
Then how do we synchronize the whole thing? As in, you have BVN, you have NIN, you have driver's license,
your NIN is
you have
your primary source of
national ID card, you have your voter card.
No, each one is doing different things.
Yep.
NIN is just government data to show who you are, to identify who you are. BVN is for you to be able to use bank facilities.
You don't have bank account.
You understand? If you don't have bank account, for example, you don't have any need for BVN. So each one serves different purpose. But the NIN is the one that government is the government database to show who you are.
Okay, I think I have Andrew from Lagos.
All right.
Thank you for joining us.
The three wise men.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening. Go ahead.
Actually, what I want to say is that, sorry, I'm going to digress a little from the first statement you said concerning drugs. You see, this drugs issue that is going on the country right now, I think the government has a big role to play. And if they are now handling it well, tomorrow, this same bandit issue we're talking about is linked to just the same drug habit we are having in the country in our youth today. Then secondly, let's come to the issue of military or hiring foreigners to come and fight our fight. I must tell you confidently that Nigerian army can take care of the matter. They can do it because I'm an agency and I know very well, just like what Buba Marwa is doing right now in this issue of drugs. If you can give him that work or make him say, okay, create an association where you can bring up some military and take care of such conditions that is happening within the North Central, the Northwest, and the bandit issues. And I believed that one day somebody will come that will do it wholeheartedly, that issue will come down. It's because we have not gotten the right person to take care of this issue. That is why you are seeing these challenges. I believe the Nigerian army can do it. If you bring a foreigner, we are just spending our money. I bet you, if you bring a foreigner, you are not going to get any results from this.
Thank you for your contribution. We'll find our take on this.
Yeah, I agree with him wholeheartedly. You cannot throw away your sovereignty unless it's been done at the highest level. If you are inviting another country to help you out, it's a different thing. That's between state and states. But to bring in mercenaries, just open up a whole level of kind of worms.
My final take is that it's the duty of government to protect its citizens.
They have no other job.
The primary duty of government is protection of life and properties. This government should earn its legitimacy by protecting Nigerians. They have failed in their duty to protect life and properties.
Wow. Osiare Gwanika Adebalogun.
Yeah.
Thank you. And Olubusobuso is 62 today.
Yeah, the ancestor is in the house.
2 years ago, you actually, because of COVID, we couldn't come together.
Some of us did.
Yes, I feel at 62, still you're looking
I feel young. I feel healthy. I'm grateful that I'm enjoying His grace because I don't feel 62. I won't lie to you. I'm healthy. I'm good. I'm young at heart. Like I said, I have a lot of friends who are younger than me. I roll, I still go to clubs, I still go to parties. I'm an outgoing person, so I'm still,
congratulations, and we have just two spectacular members of our team as citizens. Just to today is this birthday.
We should remember today as the day of ancestors.
Yes, so citizens.
So I'm an ancestor.
Yeah, I think you share the same birthday with.
Yes, both of them will never let me.
You need people that are born on April 4.
But geniuses are born in March.
I don't know about.
Even your friend was born in March.
Today. Don't compete with them today. Give them today.
So I cannot fight
happy birthday to
I want to become an ancestor.
Yes, Jones Hussein. And anytime I'm not around, Jones is the man that is always here. So I say happy birthday to Citizen Jones.
Happy birthday, sir.
And all roads lead to Omole Estate.
No, we are ready. We are fasting. We are going to break fast.
So it's fasting period.
No, we are going to break. We'll say enjoy ourselves.
All right.
We'll do the needful.
And that's our offering on Journalist Hangout today. Join us tomorrow for another episode of the program. You can watch the repeat broadcast tonight at 11 and join us on Sunday for a Sunday special Journalist Hangout at between 1:30 to 3:30 p.m. We're on YouTube, youtube.com/TVC News Nigeria. I'm Ayodele Uzubakun. See you tomorrow and God bless Nigeria.